Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pearson Podcast, episode 44. Whew, wow. Life just keeps chugging away, and we are back once again on a beautiful Monday, Monday, November 8th, to be exact, and these are the first words I'm saying of the day. So, episode 44, what do we have to talk about today? Well, I'll tell you, we have quite a few things that I think are quite interesting to talk about. Now, before I get into the topics that I wrote down, I'll just skim through them and tell you what we're going through. But before that, let me tell you something that I was thinking about while setting this up that I didn't write down there, so I'll probably forget. It's about time, so that might be a trigger to some people. You gotta be careful with these triggers now. You know what I mean? With essay, who's to say people can't be triggered by time, you know? So, I don't even know what I'm saying. But basically, what I'm saying is these last couple of years, literally couple, 21, 20, they just flew by. It's crazy. I don't know if that's because of COVID, because it's weird, it's still obviously, or what. That's I think it's from, but then again I don't know, because I'm thinking this morning, I'm like, dang, I still think of 2021 as the new year, but it's literally on the 11th month of the year, so it's yeah, and then 2020 might as well have just been obliterated from everybody's lives. But this is what I was thinking actually last night. This thought came into my head as I was sleeping last night. This whole thought with time and 20 and 21. And as I'm saying it, I'm forgetting, but shoot, man, maybe I need to not explain myself as much. Maybe I just need to get the information out. That's something that I really need to work on, because that happens too much, and it throws me off the flow, and I don't like that. I don't know what. I mean, I have a good idea what can help that, which is meditation. I really need to start meditating, because what I feel like is people right now, I mean, at least I can speak for myself, are, oh, sorry for touching the mic if it makes a noise. People right now, I swear to God, I have short-term memory loss. Jeez, that's what I'm saying. I remember what I was saying. My brain's falling out of my ears. People are overstimulated. Jeez. To talk about overstimulated, I am yeah, that could be the reason why I'm just all over the place, because there's just got still a lot going on. Not nearly as much as last episode, but hopefully by next episode I'll be clear-headed. Jiminy Crickets. Been having a lot going on, but basically, I myself is incredibly overstimulated. I'm always, watching videos, listening to music, podcasts. That's the main one. I basically, I realize I'm well, shoot, I've got wireless headphones. I can basically just walk around my house, if I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm not one of those people that have their AirPods in and Safeway or something. I'm you're an idiot. I don't mean to say you're an idiot, but one is be part of the world, be aware of your surroundings too. And it's I don't know, just, is it that big of a deal? Just be part of the world. But then again, you guys may have your own reasons. So, Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Overstimulation, and I feel like your brain never has. You're always in this constant working things out in your brain. And when I say you, I mean just myself, because I can only speak for myself. I'm always thinking, like, you know, like, literally, like I'm saying, I'm like, well, they might have a reason, blah, 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 blah. And, I'm kind of just covering my bases, because I don't want to offend anybody, like, example, I don't want to offend anybody if they're like, I love wearing AirPods or headphones and when I go grocery shopping or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I gotta think that some people have a reason to do so, and that's what they like to do, and they can do whatever they want because that's their life. But I don't know. There's something about me that's just always, hopping around from each side. Like, I know what my opinion is, but I'm so worried about offending people. See, I think there's a difference, because is there a difference between not wanting to offend someone and always being nice to someone? Or is that the same thing? Always being nice to someone or not wanting to offend someone? I don't know. It's of course not the same thing, but basically why I brought this up, completely off, because I went to time and then stimulized. I'm overstimulized. I don't even know if I'm saying the right word anymore. I gotta meditate, and these past 2 years feel like they melted away. And what I was thinking last night, I'm like, us as, a world should just be like, let's just take 2 years off our life or something. Let's just be like, yeah, I'm actually 25. I'm technically 25, but COVID, so I'm 23. But, I was thinking of that as a joke, obviously, but, and, I'm thinking about this way more in depth than anybody should, but it's like, I need to really start meditating, because I have 2 different conversations in my head. I'm like, yeah, I need to go to my notes. That's why I've been writing notes, because I can look back and like keep track of what I've been talking about. Yeah. And if I had a laptop here, maybe I could like type things out as I'm saying it, or it'd be amazing is if I had a live transcriptor. Like an app that just wrote down the things that I say. That might be worth looking into, low-key. Or high-key. But, besides the point, the thing that I was going to say is, the world is meant to be how it is. Everything is meant to be. Everything is meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. That's what I believe. I don't mean to trigger. But these 2 years of COVID seemingly being wasted, which obviously they're not wasted, but, they're spent on different things than we would have non-COVID. It was meant to be. We were meant to lose those years, even though we didn't lose anything, except maybe whatever. So, Pearson Podcast, episode 44. Let's get into what we're talking about. So, I had some fun facts. I wanted to start off this podcast with fun facts. And these fun facts are actually fun. I have 2 facts. So, the first fact, and then after this, I'll get into, what we're talking about in the podcast. Walmart. Guess how many times it gets sued? Well, guess how many times it gets sued for once in a year, kind of thing. And then think, have an idea in your head how many times a year, and then how many times a month, how many times a week, and then how many times a day. And like, how many times a day? He gets sued every day? Well, in fact, Walmart gets sued 20 times a day, which is like, huh? And that's around 5,000 times a year, which is crazy. Now, at first I looked it up because I'm like, how many people are just like insurance scamming and like just slipping in Walmart? And when I saw 20 a day, I'm like, holy God. But it's mostly just from employees about discrimination, wages, overtime, stuff like that. So I thought that was very interesting. Now, another fun fact is how many people live in New York? 8.4 milli. How many people live in Hong Kong? 7.4. So Hong Kong is the capital of China. New York is 10 times bigger than Hong Kong. Isn't that crazy? And it's got only 1 million less people living there. Like, can you imagine how compact that is? What? That's crazy to me, and it honestly makes me feel very bad. Because when I looked it up, I was just looking stuff up, and I thought there was going to be like billions of people in Hong Kong for some reason, because I assumed it was going to be like much bigger. But it was 10 times smaller than New York. Crazy. But yeah, those are just some fun facts. So, let me skim through kind of like what I'm going to be talking about in this episode real quick. Okay, starting a new channel. Explaining what that channel is. Explaining my goals for that channel. Kind of how the week's been going, how my life's going, my motivation, my goals right now. A gift I got for my birthday, which was the first 7 days ago. Listening to some audiobooks. I can tell you what those are. One's by Chael, Sonnen, and one's the David Goggins book, Can't Hurt Me. Really excited to read both of those or listen to them. Talk about some stuff about girlfriends. Talk about money. It's gonna get deep at the end, okay? So if you're just like, let's just end the baloney and get to the deep crowd, I guess just skip to the end. But yeah, I think I have some deep stuff to talk about. Hopefully I can timestamp too. I'm getting really close to streamlining this podcast like super well, because you know, first it was setting up the shot and linking the audio. But now DSLR and mic is hooked to the computer, so it instantly records, instantly syncs, and instantly is on my Mac. Because before I was doing my phone, I'd have to connect my phone to my Mac, put it there. It took like an hour because they're super large files. But yeah. So I'm streamlining it right now. Streamlining it. So the last two things that are probably going to be, not the most difficult, but the last things that I need to streamline. One, I think I've figured out how to do it, and I'll do it in this podcast. And it is, at the end of the podcast, I will think about what I talked about throughout the podcast, like this one, for example. I don't know, maybe I'll do something about Walmart getting sued or some crap. So at the end of the video, because before what I've done is I've just looked through the video and screenshotted some funny thing where I look weird or am smiling or whatever. But now, and it's difficult because I have to like look through the whole thing. And, but now at the end, I'm just going to give myself a screenshot, like giving myself the perfect angle and holding something and everything to be able to Photoshop. Because the things that I was saying earlier, I don't know if you're an avid listener, but I've been talking about doing these new thumbnails where And I was planning on doing like an extravagant, photoshopped, dang near matte painting each time. And that's just not realistic because I have to really be careful not to burn myself out. Especially because I keep adding things to my life. Yeah. So that's that, and hopefully you will be seeing what I mean in the thumbnail right now, the thumbnail we clicked on. So, let's talk about this new channel I'm starting. Let me take a sip of this coffee. Now here's the thing. Why is the Dunder Mifflin on that side? I mean, you'd have to be a left-hander. You know what I mean? I guess the podcast has forced me to do a left hand because the mics are here. Okay. So, let's get into the new channel. Okay. So, making a new channel. Making a new YouTube channel. I don't know if I've already said the name of it, but I kind of want to keep it a secret for a little bit, and then just kind of pop back on the channel and be like, yeah, I'm at, 100 subscribers already, 1,000, blah, blah. Now let me explain what the channel is. Now, I've already said what it is on previous podcasts. I think the last two have talked about it. But, so basically what it is, I don't know if you've seen the 10-hour videos on YouTube, where you just listen to them and, for sleep, or it's a fireplace, it's rain, it's thunder, it's whatever the crap. And they're 10 hours because you just put it on when you sleep and, just keep it on all night as white noise or whatever. And I'm excited to make that because, one, compared to everything else I've been doing, it's going to be the easiest to grow by far, the most lucrative by far. Lucrative. Yeah, I thought I said lucrative like last week. Lucrative. And I think it's going to be fun because the people that are doing it right now, what they're doing is just stealing other people's content. What they'll do is look up free stock photos, look up lightning or trees, nature, rain, whatever, download it for free. It's completely copyright free, everything, royalty free. And then they look up freesound.org or, freesound website. They look up rain, thunder, nature, whatever. Put them both together. Neither of them are theirs. Both of them are low quality. And loop it 10 hours and upload it. 100 million views later. Really is crazy. So I am going to try it. I might be like, shoot, I don't like this. I might be like, heck yeah, I love this. I am most definitely not going to stop this channel. Channel's not going anywhere. Yeah, channel's not going anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. This podcast is not going anywhere. And, I mean, even if I make millions and millions and millions and billions and zillions of dollars off that channel, that doesn't mean crap. Because it doesn't mean crap. So this is so yeah, I'm not gonna say the name. I don't even know if I've already said it, but I don't want to say it just because I kind of wanted to keep it a surprise. But I will release it probably in few weeks, probably. I don't know, because I'm planning on doing 5 days a week. So, few weeks, that'll give me 15 videos. Yeah. Maybe, probably I won't I probably won't do it on Mondays, actually, because that's my podcast day. You have to be so careful not to burn yourself out, and anybody that's done their own business and things like that know how important and how easy it can happen. And that you don't even notice it coming. You're just like boom, 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 and then you hit a wall, and then you fall off a cliff. So you have to really be careful about all of that jazz, or else you can fall into a trench very easily. A trench where you're not creative, you're not motivated, and it happens to me often because I just completely burn myself out, and I need to really be more self-aware of that. And I'm getting into things that I'm talking about later on, but basically, I'm treating this channel like I do a job. I'm going to say, because I've got things that go on every week. I'm not going to go into them exactly, but I've got appointments that are every week. I've got, I homeschool my little brother every day, 5 days a week. So I've got a lot of things that go on. So basically, I'm going to be like, say, for example, every Monday, this is just an example, every Monday we do distos at 12 afternoon or whatever. None of this is accurate, but say, okay, well, every Monday I got it at 12. So say Mondays I take a walk and, start at whatever, 3, whatever. And I'm getting too deep into it. Basically, I'm going to plan out my days where on this day I go into work at this time. I get it done, because here's what the work is going to be. Go out into nature with my phone and microphone, go to some cool, beautiful looking place, record a shot, record the audio, and I'm killing and then go home. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because 1, I'm walking, getting out, exercise, and 2, I'm obviously, getting the content. So, and then I just go home and do it. So basically, I go home, and right after I get home, I edit together. Maybe I take a shower or whatever, but edit it together, upload it. It's probably going to take a long time to render. I haven't even rendered one out yet to see how long it's going to take, but, it's 10 hours, so it's probably not going to be quick. I hope it's going to be decently quick, but, I can't ask for... I can only hope, you know what I mean? So I forgot to mention, a big reason why I want to start this channel in specific, the sounds and stuff, because I don't personally listen to nature and white noise. I have a fan, so I do need white noise for sure, but I just have a fan. But I do listen to ASMR and stuff like that sometimes at night, so I do for sure get it, and I know how important it is to people. They go back to the same thing every night probably, and that's how they get so many crazy views. My mom texts me. Hold on a sec. Okay. So, yeah. And so this is the thing. I am recording. I have this microphone here. My parents got it for me for my birthday. It's an H1N. Zoom H1N. It's super nice. It records crazy high quality audio, and I'm really excited to use it. My buddy Alex would probably know stuff about this, but I never knew you could even bump up the hertz or the bit rate on audio and it would and it basically records sound in slow motion almost. So one, it just sounds better, and two, you can slow it down without it breaking. That was really interesting to me, because I'm gonna go out and record like crazy stereo audio. I forgot what the exact settings were. I guess I'll show you because it's easy enough to pull up. But I mean, this thing does like crazy good settings. And if any of you guys know audio, you'll know. But let's see. Okay, so 44.1K, and then 16-bit and 80 hertz. Whatever that means, people. It's good, though. That's all I know. Whoops, gotta turn it off. But yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. So I go out, record the audio, record the video and audio myself. That's unheard of in this space. Audio and video? You mean you don't steal from anybody? No. Because this is the thing. And that's the difference between creatives and business-oriented people. Because creatives like me is like, I'll think about all these different ways of how I can make it cool. And business people are like, I will do, very minimum, but I will be a machine and go like a, assembly line, just slam them out. And that's how they are so successful, because they're able to just pound away. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. And I am thinking way too deeply into each video I do. Like, should I get this angle? Should I get this angle? And I'm like, everything. When they just throw it up and leave it, and then that's what they do. And that's what I should do. There's going to be days where I can't go out, and I might not even upload it, or I might do what they do and just take it from some free stock website, because it's not stealing. I'll be honest, it's not stealing, because it's royalty free. The people put it on free stock websites for people to use, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. You just, but I'll that's besides the point. A couple of the things that I'm going to be doing there's two things, at least two things that I'm going to be doing that will put me, set me aside from the other people. One is what I just said, recording the video and audio myself. Two is something that I haven't seen anywhere, and I'm really excited. It's kind of the secret sauce, but it's going to be like secret sauce that is in plain sight. I'm going to make places, say, everybody's doing forest sounds, thunder sounds, places that you can go to, but what if I make a place you can't go to, like Mars, or a planet, or a candy cane forest, or space, or in a spaceship, or I'm gonna make these extravagant worlds, just like I do, just cool looking world, and I'll make sounds like I'll add like alien sounds, not like or something like distracting, but like like I don't know, something that just makes it a little different than just a forest, but nothing super distracting. I think I just wanted to be fun, but yeah, it's like just making places and then making custom sounds for those places. I think that is like super, super interesting to me. Especially, around holidays, I can make holiday themed ones. I just gotta be really creative. And And I'm really excited to start this. I really am. I believe that's it. So mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know I'm not saying the name of the channel, but I'll tell you if I'm right or wrong about this. In the first 7 days, I will get 100 subscribers. Mark my words. And that's the difference between a channel like mine, the one you're on right now, and the channel like the one I'm making, is this is... The sounds is a service. You know, you're subscribing to a service, technically. It's free. It's like, it might as well be downloading an app. You know, I'll subscribe to this guy. He doesn't say anything. I don't even know if it's a he or she. It's just, it might as well be a robot putting out, you know, videos. Has no personality tied to it, basically, whatsoever. And then a thing like this, where it's literally the name of the channel is me, you know, like nothing anybody's ever heard of. Riley Pearson, who's that? Why should I listen to this fool? Why should you? I don't know. But that's the difference between getting subscribers on a service and getting subscribers on just kind of a... I mean, I wouldn't call this, my podcast, a service, but heck, I'm subscribed. It's podcasts that I listen to serve me, that's for sure. They help me so frickin' much. So heck, maybe I am your servant, okay? I serve thee. And I'm about to serve thee with sounds as well. So yeah. 100 subscribers in 7 days, and I'm at like 94 in like a year or something, so yeah. Mark my words. So yeah, got a new microphone. I showed you that. Let me take a sip of coffee real quick. Sorry about that. It's always kind of a difficult thing, taking a sip. So yeah, this has been a very difficult week. Probably... I mean, it's been a very difficult week. But I am back on track, motivation-wise, and I am back feeling very good about life, very good about the future. I am, yeah, I'm back on track mentally, I think. I mean, not fully, but, and I know you guys don't really have anything... don't know what I'm talking about, really. You can watch the previous episode. I maybe went into a little bit more detail there, but just, you know, just life, basically. Life is life, and, yeah, but it's been a difficult week, but I am back on track. Motivation. I'm losing weight. I'm gaining muscle. I am in the process of turning my life into a video game. You know, I watched this guy named, on YouTube called Better Ideas. I like his videos a lot. Like, and also Alpha Motivation on YouTube. Dang, man. That can send you down a hole in a good way, but some of them are like, the stuff they say are like so real, it just like, you know, almost brings you to tears, really. But I don't know why I even brought to that. I was talking about something else. Oh yeah, Better Ideas. Sorry, I just completely threw Better Ideas aside. He's a super cool guy. And I mentioned him in the last podcast. But he made this video called How I Turned My Life into a Video Game, or something along those lines. And yeah. And just that concept made me excited. Not necessarily the video, but just the concept. It was like I can expand my skills, and I can expand my map, you know, like I can. This is basically a video game that you have to play very carefully, or you will die. I mean, that's one fear, but you have to play carefully, or else a lot of bad things will happen, but mostly the biggest difference between a video game and this is you can actually die. So, no, you can't, do crazy stuff and backflips off of buildings and stuff, or at least I can't, but my point is basically working on my skills, building my skills up high, gathering a bunch of gems or gold, Jesus Christ, money, expanding my map, walking, just exploring the world, like, all of that just makes me very excited. Yeah, so I've been pumping again. It feels awesome. Pumping is in working out. Okay, so I just got Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. I haven't started it yet, but I mean, if you know David Goggins, it's going to be amazing. He's one of the most motivational people I've ever seen. I'm sure if you watch the Joe Rogan podcast, sure if you watch the Joe Rogan podcast and but he's look into him if you care, David Goggins, and the book is called Can't Hurt Me. I will be listening to it this week and give you my formal review next Monday. And another book another book, as I fall through my back wall, is The 4-Pack Revolution by Chael Sonnen. And, Chael Sonnen, one of the best to ever do it. I was actually on, like, a Chael Sonnen kick this week. Because before, I literally found out about him this week. I don't know if you guys know him, you're like, huh? But, yeah. He is so motivational to me. I mean, these fighters, for some reason, excuse me. These fighters, for some reason, I just find I find a lot of similarities in them with me. Am I speaking English? It's like George St. Pierre, Chael Sonnen. It's like, I don't know. There's, like, I don't know. There's something about it. I'll have to think about exactly why. But yeah, there's something incredibly drawing about the personalities and everything like that. And something that, I don't know, because it's like in another life, I almost feel like I could have been a fighter. For some reason, I get it. Ever since a young age, I've just got it. Fighting. And, Native American blood in me. It's funny. I've got Native American blood and, obviously, or not obviously, but European blood. And the people that were on the Mayflower were my family. So it's like, I was greeting myself. Mayflower and the Native Americans. I was greeting myself. Pretty crazy to think. But yeah, I've got all that blood in me. I've got Viking in me, Norwegian. I've got... And I'm not saying like anything that's crazy, if you look back in your history, you probably have crazy stuff like that too. That's why I love learning about my history, because, there's a term. I'm sorry, just bear with me for 10 seconds max. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, I lost it. Okay, I deleted my notes. Sorry. All right, so it was something my Grammy told me. It was a term about genealogy, that referred to how your genes store memories and pass on memories and experiences through their offspring, kind of. So it's like each offspring is getting the wisdom and the experiences and everything from the prior people, and that fills my blood with power. Because, I mean, if I think of how much everybody went through for me to get right here, and I'm just guessing. I know it's insane. I mean, think of it. Think of your if you're my age, or whatever age, think of your great grandparents. Now, my great grandparents, me being 25, I think were born around great would be, I don't know, but great would be like 1917, I believe, maybe. But great would be almost in the 1800s. Which is, I mean, that's like Red Dead Redemption, ladies and gentlemen. If you've played that game, then you know. I actually don't know what time zone Red Dead Redemption is, but cowboys? See, that's the thing. High school, I don't know if... When I was a kid, literally, I didn't know if 1950s was cowboys, 1900s was cavemen. I literally had no idea. And honestly, I feel like Back to the Future kind of messed with my head, because I'm like, whoa, now I don't even know what's going on. But they need to make it clear, like, I mean, you kind of know 1776 was when they wrote the Declaration of Independence, so you get that they had stuff together then. So probably 1776 was more around Red Dead Redemption time than 18... See, and then that means, what was the 1800s? I have no idea, because I believe now the 1700s were the cowboy region, and the 1800s was, who knows, like some weird in-between where some places in the world was like, you know, crazy technologically advanced, and then some places were like, you know, Native Americans were still riding around on horses and living in the forest. And I think that's probably what it was, I'm assuming. In some places they were, you know, riding wagons, and some places they were driving cars. Like, that's actually probably what it was. But then again, I don't even know when cars existed. Hey Siri, when was the first car... Well, that was a fail. Hey Siri, when was the first car invented?
The answer I found is 1885.
Alright, 1885. Oh, my mom texted me one more time. Bear with me. I'm sorry. Oops, someone's at my front door. It's my cat. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Alright. Apologize. So, what were we even talking about, am I right? That was such a fail. Hey Siri. Boom, boom, boom. That was terrible. Oh god. Screw off. Siri sucks. Literally, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Google versus Apple, my opinion, Apple all the way. But Google Voice or whatever is so much better than Siri. Siri sucks. I don't want to serenade. Alright. So, I write down wisdom teeth. I got like my wisdom teeth taken out 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to even mention it because it wasn't shite. Or maybe I did say it, I don't even know. But I only had the top 2, so I was crazy lucky. My dad didn't have any. But, you know, it's weird. It's like, we evolve down. I think my grandma only had like 1 or something. Like, I didn't even know that was possible. But it's like people just evolve, like, down. And my dad's Native American. Like, he's a 4th Native American. So, and I'm an 8th, obviously. And he's a 4th. So it's like, how how is he more evolved? Are the Native Americans more evolved? But then again, I'm thinking way too deep into it because I'm not a genealogist. I'm not a gynecologist. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let's talk about something personal. It's been so long since I've had a girlfriend. I completely forgot about that side of life. I know that girls exist, obviously, and I know that I like girls, and I'm attracted to them, but I, one, have no reason or no way to meet them, and two, I don't even know if I'm mentally prepared after my last girlfriend especially, but even in general, it's like, I don't know. But basically, it's just, it's weird because I didn't even realize it. Life has been going on that I'm like, I keep thinking about my future. I'm like, shoot, I gotta have my brothers, or, I gotta keep my brothers and my friends close, because that's, when my, God forbid, if my parents ever die, if they ever die, if my parents or grandparents ever die, then I will have less friends than I do. It's a scary thing. But then I realized, who's your partner for life? Your partner, whether that's a woman or a man. And that's a beautiful thing, and that makes life a lot easier, because if you find a partner, then you're never alone again. You're always going to be, you're never going to be in this state where, you're constantly talking to yourself in your head and always making these decisions by yourself, and holding things in so deeply, just holding them in. It makes it very difficult. But that's the thing about girlfriend. I mean, I'm just saying girlfriends with me because I'm straight and I'm a guy. So for me, it's girlfriend. For you, it could be something else. But that's just me personally. It's like, I don't know, it's just something, it's like a completely different chapter of life that I get to look forward to. But then again, I don't want to wait too long. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it's a difficult situation, with women, because it's like, I'm big into, she'll come when the time is right. And everything is everything happens for a reason and everything. But I'm not saying everything happens. When I say everything happens for a reason, everything's set in stone, blah, 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 I'm not saying I'm just going to sit around and, talk about blah, 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 and my podcast is going to blow up. Not at all. I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can. And then, if it doesn't work, then I know. I'm like, well, I worked as hard as I can. That's all I could have done. So, it's not like I'm just gonna frolic through life without a plan and expect things to come to me. I see that, but the reason I bring that up is, do I need to work for a girlfriend? Obviously. But I don't know about the whole going out and trying. Because, like I said, I don't even know if I'm ready mentally and physically, definitely. I'm a blubber at the moment. I'm a blob. Pizza dough covered my body, But, and I don't mean to offend, because I know that I'm not, like, obese, and I know some people really struggle with that. I don't mean to trigger anybody, but me personally, I just want to be healthy. And me personally, I don't feel comfortable in my skin. I want to not look like this. Yeah, fun times. Let me take a sip of this brew real quick. Okay, let's get deep, ladies and gentlemen. You thought I was going deep? No, no, no. No, no, no. Let's get real deep. So, it's... I'm in a conundrum, some may call it. And the conundrum being... everybody's like, money doesn't make you happy. And if you don't have a lot of money right now, like, enough to where you can buy whatever car you want, live in a house comfortable, and pay your bills, like without even struggling, then you may not relate to this, but I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of bills either, obviously, by choice, but I don't have a lot of money. And that's basically it. So I, right now, when everybody, and if you're in my situation, then everybody's like, money doesn't make you happy, money doesn't make you happy. And I don't know, I get that alone money doesn't make you happy, but I'm very scared. This is my worry. Because right now in life, I'm going money, money, money. That's just me. I'm Mr. Krabs. Money, 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 money. Because I'm in a difficult situation because I finished high school. I did. And I went to college for a little bit, but they were costing me like $4,000 a quarter for some idiot on online classes to not even reply to my messages. So I went for, I think, a semester or two and just stopped because, one, I already knew more than teacher. It was for graphic design. I already knew more than that fool. And I mean, rightfully so. I got a frickin' dream graphic designer job 5 years after high school, but it was 5 years or actually 3 years of grinding on Pearson visuals to get that. So I could have grinded Pearson visuals from freshman to junior, graduated junior year, and technically got my dream job junior year at the age of 17, if high school wasn't a thing. But I am in the weird situation. I don't even know if that had relevance or if that was just me flexing. But the thing is, I cannot sacrifice my freedom. Like, go to some person and they tell me, yeah, man, I'll give you $1 million a year, but you have to come here. You have to come to my building and work for me 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. It doesn't matter the amount of money. I'm losing too much of my life in that sense. Too much of my life. I'm giving you my life in order to where I can make money. I can be my own boss. I've worked for bosses that, almost every single one of my bosses have not been that intelligent, or at least from me seeing it. And if you're watching this, like, Chad, I'm not talking about you. Wax, I'm not talking about you. Because those are just my superiors, not my bosses. I don't know if that's a difference, but it's like, they just don't get it. So I'm like, if they can do it with all these people, I can do it with just myself. And it's just so much easier. Because here's the thing. The way you make your money is more important than how much you make. And that's just... And I totally get that. I totally get that. Because I've made money doing what I love for 3 years. Now, not a lot of money, not enough for me to be able to move out by myself or anything. Now I'm getting a little off track. Basically, what I'm scared of is going money, 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 and then, say I'm 30 and I can retire. And then I'm like, wait. And then I don't know, I just miss something or something. Because I'm 25 years old, okay? And I don't feel like I've been on this earth for that long, because technically the first 10 are just like go go gaga, and then the next 10 are just like learning how to be a person. And then I feel like 20 to 25 is if you're smart, you'll learn how to become an adult. And now life is starting. Now life is starting. I'm practically zero right now, because I just turned 25, and I feel like life starts now for at least people like me. There are people, like my little brother or whatever, that can go to college right when they graduate high school, and get into their dream job probably when they're, 22, 23, I don't know. Pretty early, for the dream job. And I had this guy named at my old job who was the diet aide, and he had practically achieved his dreams just being a diet aide for a hospital. And I am so envious of that and jealous of that. I don't know if envious is the right word, but jealous almost, because he now doesn't have to worry about anything. He can just work there. He loves that. He doesn't worry about anything else. Just loves his family, does his hobbies, does his job that he loves. And I bet he's going to have a great life. But it's like, people like me, it's a difficult thing, because I don't know when, because this is my, I keep saying this is my fear, but this is another one of my fears. Say I make billions of dollars from this sound channel I'm making, and now I've got a lot of money, and I can retire, and I can do whatever I want for the rest of my life. I'm still going to want to do the podcast. I'm still going to want to keep doing this podcast, and actually, because it's not about money, it's about how you spend your time. And yes, money can help you spend. Money can, most definitely help you spend your time better. Like we can go to Dubai or whatever, or we can go to that really nice restaurant and buy whatever we want, or we can go to the movies, we can private jet, blah 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 blah. I just honestly, this is it. I hope that by the time I make enough money to be confident in myself, I still have friends. Because there's two ways. Because yeah, I could hang out with my friends all the time, and it's awesome, but it just demotivates me hanging out with some people, and I don't know if that's going to throw me off track or anything. So it's like, I don't know how to balance this crap. That's exactly it. I have to balance it. It has to be balanced. That's the whole term. Balanced, even, fair. I need to if I don't do that, then I will overwork myself, and it's as simple as that. I mean, there's so many things that I need to work out in my head for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, once I have money, then I can spend my day. And this is my thoughts. Once I have money, I can spend my day. I can wake up and be like, meh, I don't want to do a single thing today, and stay in bed all day, and feel comfort and feel fine doing that. Will that be a thing? I don't know. I don't think so. Because, and that was an example. I guess, like, maybe once I make money, can I just spend all day doing art and just do whatever? Yes. Will that make me happy? I'm not sure. Will, say I make $1 million right now. What would I do? Probably go to Japan with my little brother. I'd get a house, get a car, get some land, and put half of it into Bitcoin. Just kidding. Well, probably, but just go to random places in the world and here's the thing too. This is like, once I have money, I can just go get lost and go be homeless and do whatever, because I know that I've got a safety net of my money. I can just go out and do whatever. I can just walk amongst the earth and do whatever. Do crazy vlogs. Do stuff. Right. Do it. Take a private jet to some place. But then again, I don't know. Private jets. I looked it up last night. How much a private jet costs to go to Japan round trip. Have an idea in your head real quick of what you think that is. Taking a jet, I put in 2 people, but it said 10 to 14, so I don't know if you need a minimum of 10, or it didn't drop the price, even though there was less people. It probably is the same price. I might as well bring 10 people kind of thing. But guess what the price would be for, I'll just say 10 people, but I put in 2, but I think the price is 10. 10 people, private jet to Japan and back, and you're there for 8 days. How much do you think that is? 10 people, private jet, round trip. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. So I thought it was going to be like 80,000, 90,000. It turns out to be 240,000, which is a lot. That's like multiple houses. You know what I mean? Well, some houses, of course. Where was I? What was I even talking about? Oh yeah. So I was like, that was more than I thought, because I was like, hey, because you always hear it's like 30,000, 15,000, whatever, 30,000 to take a private jet, but I think that's probably just places in the United States. That makes sense. But I definitely want to take a private jet, because that's like bucket list type thing, You take a picture with all your boys in front of the private jet. Yeah. Hopefully by that point I still have boys. But yeah, once I make the money, I feel like my back won't hurt anymore. I feel like literally I am carrying around 80 pounds on my back constantly, and once I make my money, the weight is going to be lifted off. Now, that's a dangerous game, I feel, because some of the weight will be left off, I'm sure, or some of the weight will be dropped off, but not all of it is what I'm guessing, due to the whole money doesn't make you happy thing. So who flippin' knows, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have money, like a lot of money, then leave some words in the comments. I'd appreciate that, because let me know what you think about this, because so let me know what you think about it, please. But I continue on writing. It's like, I think that's the reason why, one of the reasons is why people, get, not sad, but not happy when they make their monies, is they just, they just close their eyes and swing and swing and swing and hope they hit. And they just push through, and they can't even see, like, the process. But what you're supposed to do is enjoy the process, come in it calculated, and be part of the process. Don't just wake up one day and be like, holy crap, I didn't appreciate what the whole process. Now my parents are older, now my little brothers are older. Holy crap, my little brother was 10, and now he's 20, now he's adult, now he's moved out, now he's boom, now he's king, and now I'm alone. And I was like, ooh. I don't want that to happen, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I live every single ding-dong day. I want to say good morning and good night to every single person in the house if I can. I want to, spend time with them, watch movies, hang out, do stuff, because this stuff won't last forever, and it is things that money can't buy. And it almost made me shed a tear. I write down all this stuff, but it's kind of stuff that I already said. Let me just read it off real quick, just in case it's something I didn't say. And it doesn't feel like I've been on this earth for a long time, so I need to really kick myself in the butt. Get myself into gear. I'm just afraid that once I finally make the money, I will know what everyone says when they say money doesn't make you happy, and that's so true. 'Cause I guarantee you it's gonna happen, because I just can't fathom the concept. I really can't. Maybe it's because I'm decently happy in my life already, and money would just make it easier. That's kind of the thing. Money wouldn't make it harder, right? It depends, obviously, if your friends know you have money, then, they falsely hang out with you or whatever, and that's for sure. That's why, I probably don't want to tell anybody how much money I have, even right now, but it's going to be freaking difficult not to be like, bro, I make that in a day or something like that. I know that sounded super douchey, I probably would never say that, but sometimes your mind says things like that because of ego, self-conscience, caring what they think. Those are all things I need to work on. So the new thumbnail, I already talked about that. Since that will take props too much time. Okay, I already talked about that. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it. I just write, so at the end, I'll think about what I talked about and give myself a screenshot to make it easy. So what did I talk about today? Ooh, that's good. Time and money. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, guys. What I just said is I'm talking about the thumbnail idea, what I talked about earlier. So, what I'm gonna do right now, it's gonna look weird, but I'm going to go up like this, and be like looking at my hands. I'm gonna put cash in one, and then something that has to do with time in the other one. That's good right there. Alright, ready? This is how it's done. Or actually, it's gonna be too cringe if I do it online, but you'll see in the thumbnail. hope you all enjoyed this episode. Hope you got something out of it. I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching me. I can't even express how appreciative I am of... if you're watching this right now, wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for watching this. And I hope that you're wanting to watch this, really. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll probably miss a Monday or two. I'm not going anywhere. You will see me on this channel if I'm still alive, and if this channel's still up, and if the internet and the world hasn't ended. I will be here at 70, 80, 90. I will. Because this is what I like to do. And this makes my life better. It really does. Talking. There's such a big difference between talking, verbally out about things that are going in your head, and then just thinking about things inside of your head. So different. So different. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going to try meditating. Maybe, if you guys are struggling with something similar, either try meditating or try sitting down in your room or wherever and just talking out your problems. Because a lot of the time that I've found, even, I've been through therapy or been in therapy, I'm going to go back in it. A lot of the time when I just say it out loud, I'm like, whoa, wait. I'm like, I say it out loud, and then I realize, I'm like, whoa, okay, well then, seriously, just say whatever's bothering you, go to a private place and say your worst fears. That's what you should do. Go to a private place and just say your biggest secrets. Make sure it's private, obviously. Maybe turn off your phone or something. But just say, your biggest secrets and just things, your biggest insecurities and everything, or just let it out. Because if you just bottle it in, you will explode. Maybe. Who am I to say? Hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, consider subscribing, because I upload short films, shorts, art stuff, the occasional random video, travel videos, as well as podcasts every single Ding Dong Monday. Peace.